Good morning, this is Shirley, the herb lady from Alaska. I hope you're enjoying your herbs. I want you to realize that herbs have saved my husband's life several times, and it has helped to save mine, especially when the doctors messed my leg up. So if you can get any information from this, I would appreciate hearing from you and letting me know that you are using the herbs and they're making you healthy, because I've helped thousands and thousands of people to get healthy with just the basics. And the basics is clean your body out, eat towards your blood type, and keep on your herbs. And the one we're going to talk today is papaya. And I have a lot of people that come in and take papaya, and they look at me and they say, I'm taking an enzyme, I'm taking papaya. Papaya only breaks down protein, but you got carbohydrates, and then you got fats, which you need lipase enzymes. And I said, papaya is good to take in between meals, but you should be taking like food enzymes, which has your high caloric acid in it, so it digests protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And you need that to break it down, especially after you're 35. And people said, well, I get my enzymes from my food. Well, you would have to eat a salad about this big, and it has to be picked within 72 hours. After 72 hours picking vegetables, the vitamins and minerals are still in there, but the enzymes is not in there. They get weaker and weaker and weaker. So that's why me and my husband, we won't even touch a meal without enzymes, but we don't have it. I just turned 77. No acid reflux, no trouble with our digestive system. And we eat less because the food is going inside the cells, and we don't get as hungry. I mean, I eat like half or a third as much as I used to eat. So you can eat a lot less if you take your enzymes. And a lot of people don't realize it till they start on it, and then they don't get off of it. That's one of my biggest sellers here is food enzymes, because I have people that they said they don't have acid reflux anymore. Their stomach is wonderful, and they have no trouble at all, and they just really feel great. So I'll just think about starting something new and getting yourself healthy. Okay, it's on papaya today. Papaya contains a lot of enzymes, and papain is the enzyme, and it can digest up to 9 times the weight in protein. When plagued with gas, it really helps with gas. That's why I say in between meals, because a lot of times if you're having gas, it's undigested protein. And what causes cancer in the colon is undigested protein. So, and a lot of people say that's why they become vegetarians. And only because they're not digesting the protein, because you need it for your hair, you need it for your bones, because you need to take quite a bit of protein for certain things. Papaya is remarkable. It helps to heal hemorrhoids. This one doctor told her to take a papaya every 4 hours. In 2 days, the pain and the swelling completely went away. And in 3 days, it was completely gone. Papaya, they had a kidney transplant over in London, and they developed infection in the London hospital. After the antibiotics failed, they put strips of papaya was laid over the infection, and the man recovered rapidly. His mother had donated the kidney for the transplant, and the infection set in following her surgery, and this infection did not respond to ordinary treatment. The young doctor suggested to use papaya in this case also. To find the fruit in March, the families went back and forth of London's market. The papaya was taken to the hospital, where strips of the fruit, was placed on the wound. The smell generated by the fruit was so bad that the medical doctors had to wear masks. Well, why would it smell? Because it was drawing the poison out of it. It would smell really, really bad. And it was discovered by a doctor, young Christopher Rouge, and he had went to in a hospital. He had been in a hospital over in South Africa, Bush, while working at Cape Town's hospital, and he saw natives using papaya on dirty ulcers and infected wounds, and they was healed. And I mean, he went from a good hospital to one that was much older, but they was just using what they had, and they was using papaya, and the infection went away. So a lot of times we forget what we do have around us. Columbus records the fact that the natives of the Caribbean could eat exceptionally heavy meals of fish and meat without any distress in the meal by following a dessert of papaya. And you would think back then they would never have distress. It's just now you have distress in your stomach. But when you overeat, you have distress. And I guess even back in Columbus' time, Marco Polo credited papaya from saving his crew from scurvy. The early explorers usually noted that the natives could tenderize their meat by wrapping it in papaya leaves overnight, and it was soft. Commercially, meat tenderized are often nothing more than piping and salt. The papaya, now this is what really shocked me. I would think riper the papaya, more the enzymes. It's just the opposite. It's more the enzymes, less ripened it was. It says the papaya unripened fruit abounds in enzymes. So if you want the enzymes, you want the unripened fruit, which diminishes as the fruit ripens until it is small amount in a completely ripened fruit. So when they're completely ripened, they don't hardly have no enzyme at all. And I thought just the opposite. So I really learned something there. Papaya can digest up to 36 times its weight in lean meat and 300 times its weight in egg protein. This is considered important because heavy protein, as well as beans, peas, nuts, and lentils, are often difficult to digest, and it goes rotten in your colon. And when it goes rotten in your colon, that's when it comes up with bacteria, cysts, tumors, and cancer, because it's not being digested. That's why enzymes are so important for people to take them every single day to keep the body clean. In the digestion, when they're not digesting, you get gas, you get foul mouth, you get a foul taste in your mouth, you get constipation, heartburn. It's also a remedy for freckles. My dad had lots of freckles. My brother did too. I mean, I had some, but they had gobs. And Dad used to put buttermilk on his, and it would lighten them up for a season. But as soon as he got out in the sun, it come right back in. And it's good for corns, calluses, eczema, ringworm, and infected wounds. Medical authorities think papaya can reactivate one's endocrine glands, thyroid, adrenal glands, and pituitary glands. And that would be really great. It is said to reduce edema after operation for the removal of tumors and cysts from the head and neck and arm, and also applies to wounds at surgical incisions to promote healing and prevents infected wounds. It is said to destroy intestinal worms, kill the amoeba, which causes dysentery. That you pick up amoeba a lot of times. I've had a lot of people come back from Mexico, and they forget to use the water bottle to clean their toothbrush, and they put it under the faucet, and they get that amoeba, and here they come with diarrhea, and sometimes it can last for years and years, and the amoeba will grow in your body, and you just don't want it. In India, papaya is used in deficiency for digested enzymes and excess of unhealthy mucus in the stomach, and you do not want that mucus in the stomach. It's undigested food there. The fruit is used for chronic diarrhea, and then they dry it and they salt it, and is used to reduce enlarged livers and spleens. So the papaya has been injected into the jugular veins of animals before they're killed, and it makes the meat real tender, and they can use much more of the meat when they give that shot a half hour before they kill it. Papaya latex is ingredients in chewing gum. Xylitol, which is extracted from the papaya latex, has been shown to prevent cavities, and it is made into healthy chewing gum. The historical use of papaya is indigestion, heartburn, gas, hemorrhoids, freckles, ringworm, tumors, eczema, croup. It helps to stop bleeding. It kills amoebas that causes dysentery. It helps to stop fevers, nervous disorders, and depression. For acting muscles, back pain, for toothaches, for enlarged liver and spleen, and for wrinkles. Some people are actually allergic to papaya, and that's because when I was reading the blood type diet, I noticed that some of them, it says avoid papaya. Some people have allergies to papaya. So check your blood type, and if you have allergies, you wonder why you're having different problems. Sometimes it's you're eating against your blood type.